Hey Biscuit here, it's Fuchsia here. So today we're going to show Evo Rally Swordcraft. Now Swordcraft hasn't been extremely highly rated this expansion, even though they have quite good additions on there, like in isolation, such as Mike revealed card Claymore Master and Musketeer's Vow, and even like Kagemitsu. But they haven't been keeping up with a lot of the early meta right now. I'm recording this in like day 2, right? So I just wanted to show some games because actually I found a bit of success with this deck with Swordcraft. This is basically one of the decks from Shadowverse wins that I modified a bit. I added Sarah just because she has like heal that can sustain you well, and she also gives untargetable that like sometimes helps your other officers, not just your wards, and she also increases your rally count. So I just added her and removed one golden warrior. I've gotten some win streaks with this, so let's see the games. Alright, so the first match I wanted to show was against Bloodcraft. So, in this match, I'll show like the strong points of this.
I hope you're ready to escort
the strong
me.
points of this build of this archetype. So as you can see, we have a quite easy 1, 2, 3 here, so I keep it. Normally, to be honest, I wouldn't keep something like Pinion Guardian in any other deck, but the fact that like we can tempo out pretty easily here, like because Swordcraft is like so reliant on like just playing followers every turn, I feel like this is okay. We have a plan to play Leon next turn too, especially with them playing like a Kali here. It's actually like good to play Leon, but I pull a Golden Warrior here. And by playing the Golden Warrior, by prioritizing it, I get to pull Musketeer's Vow, which is very, very crucial in this deck. And it's so crucial that Golden Warrior is actually like a very good card to include, just so you can pull it. I run 2, but you can run 3, because you also pull Monochrome Endgame, and these 2 are going to be your 2 most powerful cards, or most important cards, I would say. We'll see that soon, but first we'll continue with this.
Victory is all that matters.
Great Shield here, good for curve filler, as you can see. And it's also another rally because it summons a Shield Guardian on the next turn. Victorious Blader, to be honest, is just a good like rally. It's just a good rally tool because he summons 2 followers here. Now they double Evo with Yuzuki here, which is fine, because look at this 4/4. Usually it would at least do some stats, right? But if we play Musketeers, this particular combination, Aramis and Arthas, is quite strong, because Aramis becomes a 4/4 that has rush, and it keeps adding stats to itself depending on like the followers you play. And Arthas gains extra stats, and if you Evo the Arthas and then trade into something quite big, like medium, like this 4/4, you actually just heal up your Arthas again to full health, and you heal yourself. And this becomes a really hard board to deal with. Normally it would be a hard board to deal with, but yeah, Aramis is still protected by Arthas usually. With a ward. Obviously, in this case, they have a Yuzuki, but because of that shield amulet, I have a shield guardian here, which protects my Aramis.
Okay, that's enough from you. Indecency is not allowed.
Of course, they can Evo here and like remove 2 of these and play an Alizard. Now here we see the second strong card. Monochrome Endgame.
This is more than just a game.
Monochrome Endgame, you know the strength of this card already, but the fact that it also synergizes with the Evo like tools you're getting in this expansion is like really good too. Now in this particular game, they're playing quite aggressive, they're playing quite okay here, and they're playing a lot of Ding Dongs, and they leave up this 5/5, I think, because I can't remove it. Now usually you would say that, okay, that's a chance for face damage, but I didn't do that. I think maybe if I played Kagemitsu that would be fine, but I knew that this had like a time limit. Like I had a limit to beat them, right? Because they're Bloodcraft. They can like invoke something and then attack me, like the demon that heals and drains. And because their evos are already at 6, they just need one more. And actually no, I don't think they need one more. We'll see, but I think it just invokes next turn, and I know that's coming, right? So in order to prepare for that, I play 2 Leods and hope that they live. Now Leod is a great card because not many cards in this expansion is like good at like removing random targets like ambush targets. So Leod actually survives quite a lot, and next turn 3 damage to face and board are quite relevant. Okay, it's 6 times this match. Okay, makes sense. They're not on Evo yet, and that's why I was like, okay, even if I damage them, they'll be on Evo. This will be stronger. And now they're actually forced to try and RNG the Crimson, to try and RNG the Grimnir here. But they do fail, and both of them do survive. But in honesty, I probably only needed one because I had Kagemitsu here. But now I do have lethal.
Fate.
So that's showing how strong the 2 spell cards are and Leod. Alright, I showed you like how good the strong parts of the cards of the deck can be. Now I'm going to show you like all the aspects of the deck by fighting another Swordcraft, but a different build. It's the same Rally Evo, but it's a very different build from ours. So let's look here. 2 Golden Warriors are actually fine. We play Flying Squirrel here. Good draw. Penguin Guardian, it's actually great. The Rally 5 is actually quite good. You don't need to Evo Golden Warrior to get the Arthurian Light in order to take advantage of the 5 Rally. Okay, we go face here, then we monochrome, then they monochrome endgame. Now this, I do a mistake here. I do a big mistake, and I don't think you should do this. I think you should pick an opposing Queen Chimera, but I decided not to do that. I wanted to remove this, and I just gave them a bunch of rally. So actually, this is not something you should do at home. Do not copy this, but yeah, it happened anyways, right? So
maxed out, but it's a gold card.
yeah, so let's see. There's Sarah. Now this is the reason I included Sarah after this game. I included Sarah in this deck. This is the deck with the 3 Golden Warriors because this is just so many rally and like so much protection, and like just the heals are very good. But once again, we go Arthos Aramis. And you trade. Look at this. Trading into a 5-4 and then like healing back up to his 5-6. They also have a Musketeer as well, but they don't pick the Arthos, which I think is a... They didn't make the Arthos, and I think that's like a mistake. I think Arthos would have been better there. Maybe they're saving up their Evo points for a turn 8 Musketeers. But yeah, now I can just do this. Try your best to trade well, and then go face. Honestly, I could have done that better. I could have removed this with a Queen Magnus instead, or yeah, I could have removed that with the Queen Magnus instead. And like traded this into something else, something instead, and then recovered like HP. But I decided to go aggressive, and now it's Kagemitsu. Let me just tell you this: Kagemitsu Evo damage is not actually extremely relevant. In my games that I won, I rarely get to win simply because of Kagemitsu damage. But in this case, they do manage to trigger the Evo at least. they can't clear our entire board.
Bedazzled by
I
my
just play
brains.
another Golden Warrior here to an
Treasure
Austin
belongs in a
Lupin
special place.
I've seen
and
goldfish
Evo the
with
Austin
more
Lupin.
bite.
To be honest, this might not be like a great play. It
No
works
better
though.
time for
And
a
then a Great Shield into the Queen Himera just to make her even stronger. Now she's at 5-8. Super hard to remove. They're at 8, we're at 20. This is also, honestly, there's so many Evo cards in Evo Rally Sword that like going second doesn't feel that bad. But going first definitely helps the rally part.
Fastest blades in the east.
Not have to spend a bunch of resources to trade into this. And you can see how the more Evo focused package doesn't really work as well as this package,
Maxed out.
as this kind of deck.
We won't give him an inch.
There's Claymore Master, but we don't need that. I just play turn 8 Musketeer's Vow,
The honor is on. The honor.
and as you can see, even if they're not Evo, they're still quite strong. This is a 6-6. This is a 4-3 that deals 4. This is a 3-4 that heals itself, and it's this will be like huge after this. So I just go face here, and then remove one, and now we're fine because we're at 20 HP.
Blood shall soon fly.
They are able to play Kagemitsu and clear the board with the Kagemitsu effect,
Time to retreat.
and then play a Claymore Master. Play 2 Claymore Masters actually. But unfortunately, that's not enough for lethal, so they trade.
Not cool.
And then they rely on the Frenzied Core Master, which I also don't have because it's a bit of a break sometimes. As a protection. But I do have this. This card is so strong. Look at this, I can just remove that, and then I add the thingy, I trade here, and I have exact lethal with Erica. Easy game. So yeah, you can see just how strong the cards, this build is compared to that one. And of course, what game would be, what sword game, like sword video, would be complete without me actually like shilling the shilling the card that I revealed, which is Claymore Master. So I wanted to like show a game where Claymore Master can actually be quite relevant. So Claymore Master, the thing with her is that she is quite situational. You don't actually like reduce her like too often, and when you do reduce her, you're kind of like, okay, do I play her? Do I play something else? Sometimes you just want to play something else, unless you have lethal. Like, it's not that often where you get a board that you can just play her, and then like pass or something like that. Like play her, go storm and pass. Like it's not that that often. I do want to remark that I made a mistake here though. That is because I don't play sword often. I still think this was an okay play overall. Maybe Blade Ride's Lieutenant would be marginally better, but I think like you have to keep in mind the Rally 7 for Killer Instincts, because I tried to play this to get the Killer Instincts so that they can't play Bellerophon, but I instead just go storm with this. Thankfully they don't play Bellerophon, they play Jean. And then I can just do this. Again, Aramis Arthos. That's always the choice because that's so strong. And you get to heal all of this too, like heal 3 damage. It's really strong. And you'll also see how strong this is in this video. So, Unicorn Warrior here. I can only remove one thing. So of course they removed the Arthos, and now the Aramis is free to like go ahead and do what it wants. Look at this, it gets buffed. It also still gets buffed because of that. Again, buffed. And then like Evo this, trade here. And then you can see the Penguin Master being very helpful, being a 3-3 ward. And then just go face with 9. And then this deals 2 too. Here's Bellerophon, and here's a showcase about how strong potentially Heal Haven is. So first I play Bellerophon, then the Unicorn, then the Sacred Ice Crusher, then the Smile Cure Priest.
Good hands.
Hardships can be overcome.
Now, if they had one more heal, they could have traded Bellerophon into Aramis and then cleared the board. Now, because I don't have the heal, I can literally just play a Claymore Master
Give me
The honor is
strength.
all
and then
mine.
lethal.
This is not the end.
Easy game. So guys, that was Evo Rally Sword. I'm gonna be honest, it's not the most amazing deck ever. The draw engine isn't super amazing, so you're not gonna draw a lot of cards. That's why you saw like a bunch of different ways I won in these videos, just because that's why you like keep like Erika here, Leod, Kagemitsu, Claymore Master. It's just more ways to win, like Musketeer's Vow. I think this deck is actually quite flexible and like quite consistent. It's just that the power level might not be as high as some of the other decks in this meta are. Kagemitsu in general is kind of underwhelming. He can do good damage, but most of the time he's just like an Aluzard that can sometimes clear the board. Honestly, the greatest addition is Musketeer's Vow. He's they're very strong, especially Aramis Athos. I almost always pick that because that's just a big tempo thing that they have to remove. Penguin Guardian unironically super good. Arsene Lupin is okay. And Golden Warrior are actually quite good at pulling Monochrome Endgame, which is great. And Musketeer's Vow. Claymore Master, I feel like it's a bit win more. You can do it, you can play her and you can use her, but she doesn't really, she's not really a super great finisher, just because by the time you can do that, you can probably finish with other stuff as well. Or what I run into often is that they just can't clear Aramis Arthos, and I just win through that. Like, they can't clear Aramis Arthos or like Monochrome Endgame. These two are like your key cards, like these three, this entire row like are great cards. Anyways, that's all from me today about Evo Rally Sword. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, give me a sub, and tell me in the comments below what your favorite deck is right now and if Sword is working for you. Anyways, that's all. Have a great day, Biscuiteers. Today we're going to see Evo Rally Swordcraft. Now, Swordcraft hasn't been the most highly rated